What is going on, dope heads? I am Dope, your idiot leader, and this is the Dope Show Live. I don't know if anybody's going to jump on here or not because I didn't tell anybody I was coming on. I just decided to come on at the last second, so you might have to catch this on the rewind if you don't see it live. I thought I'd jump on here and I thought I'd talk a little bit about my comic books and about how everything don't have to be expensive. Everything don't have to be, you know, pre-code horror. There's other cool stuff out there. I get a lot of people every day and they're like, hey, I like to get into pre-code horror. I like to get into pre-code horror. I like to get into pre-code horror. Well, you know what? There's also, indie horror out there that's cool from the 80s and 70s. Stuff like from the early 90s, like Innovation. There's Pacific Comics from the indie brand that's awesome. There's Golden Key. There's Dale. There's DC 70s. There's even, all right, I got something else I want to talk about. I'm going to get on my high horse and I'm going to get on my soapbox and I'm going to rant and rave a little bit too. So let's show some books. Let's nerd out. Let's see what's going on, Neckbone. Let's get to crackulating and just talk about some stuff. So what if you can't afford pre-code horror? I don't even buy that much pre-code horror anymore because I'm an old man and pre-code horror prices have gotten kind of crazy these days. I mean, yeah, pre-code horror is worth it because people are willing to pay it. And stuff's worth what you're willing to pay. And especially whenever there's more demand than supply. But not every pre-code horror book is great. I hear people come to me all the time and they'll have, just a run filler of some kind of I don't know, Tales from the Crypt or something. And it's not even that great of a cover. And they want a lot of money for it because it's pre-code horror. Well, I don't just go out and buy any pre-code horror. If it ain't a cool cover, then, it ain't worth buying. I don't give a damn if it's pre-code horror or what. But, there's cool books out there. And once all the pre-code horror is gone, people are going to start buying this other stuff. I'm already been buying it. I love it. Easy stuff. You can get one of these for under $10. This is Classic Illustrated. Cool book. Frankenstein, 25 center. I mean, look at that beautiful cover. That ain't pre-code. I mean, this is like late 60s. I mean, you can get this for hardly anything. So why wouldn't you be hitting, back bin boxes and finding stuff like this? This is great stuff and it ain't a lot of money. This one here, this one's 1969, it says on back. And it's the damn 18th, right? Where is it? Right there. 18th edition. So there's 18 editions of this out. So why wouldn't you be buying this? Good stuff, right? So it's just a cheap book, Classic Illustrated. If you want to get into horror cheap, that's one way to do it. Another way is Dale. Dale makes beautiful books. I love Dale. There's ghost stories. There's all kinds of other titles. Look at the beautiful colors on this book. I paid a whopping $8 for this book because it's in perfect condition. You can buy no pre-code with a, cover that nice and a book this nice for $8. So if you like to collect cool stuff, it don't have to cost a lot. This is a Dale Ghost Stories. And I'm just going to show you some more. Here's a Dale book. I mean, this looks better than just about any pre-code book. I mean, this is a Dracula, Dale 12 center. Look at the purples. Look at the beautiful Dracula. You can find stuff like this. And if you look for these Dale books, there is a Dracula, there is a Frankenstein, there is a Wolfman, there is a Mummy, there is, my favorite one's a creature. I have 3 creatures from the Black Lagoon like this. And you can find this stuff, a lot cheaper than you can pre-code horror. So, they're fun to collect. And, we've talked about Dale. We've talked about Classic Illustrated. Here is Golden Key. Look for these. Look at this beautiful zombie cover. That's a beautiful zombie cover. This is a Boris Karloff run. I'm a big Boris Karloff fan. I have a lot of Boris Karloff shit. I believe I have this whole run right here of Boris Karloff. But this is a beautiful zombie cover. You can have this thing for $5. Why not collect this? It don't have to be pre-code horror, people. You can collect cool stuff that's not pre-code horror. And while we're at it, I was talking about indies a while ago from the 80s and stuff. This is Pacific Comics. This is Twisted Tales. If this right here is a Bernie Wrightson cover. If this was pre-code horror, this thing would be thousands of dollars. But instead, it's some 90s Pacific comics, and you can get it for a couple of dollars in the dollar bin. So look at them detached heads. He's wearing them as a belt around his waist. This is one of my favorite Bernie Wrightson covers. A lot of people don't know about this cover because they're more into the Bernie Wrightson Swamp Thing and stuff like that. But you can get cool covers. You can get cool horror books for hardly any money. So why not collect this stuff? Now I'm going to get on my high horse, my soapbox, and talk about another thing. People love pre-code horror. But you know what else is awesome? Post-code horror. This right here is from 1957. Can be had for hardly anything because nobody collects post-code horror. And stuff like Mystery Tales, a lot of these titles, they started in pre-code and they run through post-code. And 1 month could be a difference in hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars because it's pre-code or post-code. And, yeah, it's got an ugly stamp right there, but it's history, man. This is a beautiful cover. As you can see, by the light of the moon, beautiful book, 6.5, number 49. Collect postcodes, man. Postcodes come out from 55 on. Halfway through 55 is when pre-code horror ended and postcode started. So you can go from 55 all up to like 62 getting cool covers. And they don't cost hardly any money because nobody wants postcode horror. But there's a bunch of cool shit, and I have a bunch of postcode horror. Collect postcode. I mean, once the pre-code dries up, you're going to have to get with the pre-code. Well, once the pre-code dries up, you got to go with the postcode. So check that out. Get you some of that. That's the way to do it. Oh, man. Also, let's see who's in the chat. We got Jimmy G. Hi, Dope. What is going on, Jimmy G? Usually I see you on Brian's channel. Yes. We got Robert Ambrose. What is going on, Robert? Preach, brother. I am trying. I'm on my high horse today. I am preaching to the choir. Uh-oh, we got a Comic Journey, which don't like my channel, but he comes on here all the time. Hey, Comic Journey. What is going on? We've got Lady Fantastic. What is up, Lady Fantastic? Yes. I see Lady Fantastic every week at my fucking local comic book shop. And let me show you some more stuff I collect that right now is code. I'm not into spec. I hate spec. I'm not telling you go out and buy crap. I hate it when people try to tell me what to buy. You collect the way you want to collect. I don't do any kind of this speculation crap. I know right now everybody's running out and getting anything that is James Gunn, DC. But when they zig, I zag. You got to be able to zag when they zing. You know what I'm saying? So while everybody's out getting that stuff, I'm getting the stuff that's code. Because if you wait till stuff's on the hot list and buying it, you're buying it too late. It's already at a point. Why do you want to pay full price for something? I'm a cheapskate. I like to buy cheap books. And, just do what I do. And I like to get stuff while nobody else is getting it. And the first thing I like to do, is there any Marvel book coder than fucking Hulk? Does Marvel even know how to use Hulk? No, they don't know how to use Hulk. They don't have a clue how to use Hulk. Hulk and Superman, for DC and for Marvel, are probably the two hardest, I think, characters to be able to make a movie about and do it right. Because, in order to do Hulk right, I'd make a fucking dark-ass movie. You'd have to have a dark-ass movie. This guy would have to be doing all kinds of destruction. He'd have to be ripping people in half. He would have to be psychotic and just crazy, out of control, unorthodox, wouldn't know what he was doing, turning on anybody, beating the shit out of everybody, just destroying people. And then, when he's Banner, he should be suicidal. He should be trying to kill himself. I could see him under a bridge with a shotgun in his mouth, and right before he pulls the trigger, he gets too much adrenaline, and he always turns into Hulk, or he's always trying to jump off a bridge or something, but he always turns into Hulk, and he just can't kill himself. And when he's Hulk, he just destroys everybody. That's what I want to see. But you know what? That movie is not going to make any money because kids can't come to it. But really, what kids are fucking reading comic books these days? Let's be real. Comic books are for 40-year-old men. My kids, they play Fortnite. They play Grand Theft Auto. They play, I don't know, any of them shoot 'em up, bang, bang games. I don't even know what they're playing up there. They're playing all this stuff and, Call of Duty. They don't give a damn about comic books. So make the damn things for us. And what I want to see is Hulk destroying everything. I want him to be the biggest monster. I want him to be destroying everybody, just chaotic. I want Banner to be suicidal, look like a heroin addict. I want him to be bony. I want him by the end of the movie to be out of his mind. I want him to be schizophrenia. I want all of that. I want this to be the darkest movie ever made. Make that shit, Marvel, but you ain't gonna make that shit because you ain't cool enough, Marvel. Oh, what's going on? Who is James Gunn and why does DC burn? I don't know what you're even talking about. James Gunn is the man. James Gunn is going to bring DC back. That's all I know. All I did was give you some corrective criticism. You're awesome. The video quality is not too much. What's wrong with the video quality? I mean, we're a low budget channel here. It ain't like I'm just showing my hands in a damn Kool-Aid keychain. Come on, man. Oh, let's see. Lady Fantastic. I love Peter David Hulk. I do love Peter David Hulk. Peter David Hulk is the first Hulk I ever got into. First comic book I really remember. The first time I collected comics as a teenager, before I sold all my comic collection for dope. Not how I got the name Dope Comics, but I sold my whole comic book collection for dope. And my favorite book was probably the Peter David run. I also loved Hulk 377, the green cover, where there's 2 or 3 different ones. Good stuff, good stuff. He must really hate my videos. Jimmy, what's going on, Jimmy? Who are you talking about hating your video? Gosh dang. Who are you talking about hating your videos, Jimmy? So, let's see what else we can find on here. What else we got? Yeah, all my videos are unedited. That's why I'm here. Yeah, we do the unedited stuff, man. This is punk rock. It ain't supposed to be perfect. This is punk rock, man. Yeah, everything I love in life is just not perfect. Dope Comics. Did you like Immortal Hulk? I did like the first couple issues. It was very dark, but then he got spacey on me and got a little weird, a little too weird for me. Dope is indie. I'm very indie. The same thing with my channel. I want to keep it punk rock. I want to keep it, it's rock and roll, man. It ain't supposed to be perfect. I get on here half the time, I don't even know what the shit I'm talking about. Most people would take this stuff and edit it all up. And that's what makes it real is me sitting here, shooting the shit. That's no different than a band that records live and there's rim shots on the drums or a little out of tune. That's what we do on this channel. We ain't perfect. I don't have an intro and all that crazy shit. Yep, I got a Hulk second print 377. Look at OL Green Machine. I like it real. I like it real too. I like it real. Keep doing your thing, brother. You're entertaining as hell. I try to just be myself on here. Let's look at another book that I think is cold as fuck that they need to redo and make it better. Conan. I love Conan. I buy the shit out of Conan. But nobody likes Conan but me. Hold your ears, Gary B. Hold your ears. All you Conan lovers, because I'm fixing to talk bad about Conan. Conan, Puff, hold your ears. Conan is cold as fuck. I mean, Marvel ain't even got Conan no more. I don't even know who owns the rights to Conan right now because nobody's doing Conan. But in order to do Conan right, you need pussy, monsters, and magic. Conan, if you read any of the old, during COVID, that's all I read was Conan. For 6 months, I sat at home and read Conan books. And I had a bunch of the Salvage Sword and the old magazines and stuff. Every magazine, he's in there with a bunch of damn naked ladies. And you knew he was going to have sex with them. If there's one naked lady in the book, he's going to have sex with her. So you're going to have to put pussy in the movies. You're going to have to put monsters in the movies. Everything's a silverback gorilla or a ghost snake. I want damn frost giants in the movie. I want damn lots of brutal shit. I want decapitations. I want barbaric shit. If I ask my kids right now what a damn barbarian is, they have no idea. Kids ain't reading about barbarians. If you go back and watch these old movies, it's fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger punching a camel. Awful graphics. We want a real Conan movie made. I want destruction. I want it dark. I want fucking pick warriors. I want ghost snakes. I want the real deal. I want naked ladies. That's what I want. I want the real deal, man. This is a fucking barbarian. Give me a barbarian. Don't give me no damn Conan shit like they're making today. Hell. What is going on? What is up, K-pop? Sitting here looking at books and on my damn high horse. We've got Cali Comics in the house. What's up, Cali Comics? Who else we got? We got Lady Fantastic down here, like always. What is she saying? Need more camel punching. That was probably the best part of the whole damn movie. And why didn't he have sex with that little Wilt Chamberlain's princess? She's the only hot girl in the movie. Yes. That's who he should have had sex with. He should have had sex with that little princess. And the whole damn movie was like fake. And I mean, of course it was fake, but it didn't even look real. The graphics, the Crystal Castle, and the I don't know, the bat flying over. We need more things like that. That's what I want to see. I mean, women have these books where some Fabio dude on the front and a pirate book and his shirt's all ripped off and he's saving women. Well, basically, this is our version. This is Conan. This is what we get into. We want to see half-naked ladies too. We want to see a Fabio story. You know, Fabio dies at the end of it, gets eaten by a dragon or a damn cloth giant, and so be it. That's what we need. We need a Pulp Fiction style Conan movie for sure, man. El Green Machine, me and you, the only two people old enough to even know Conan. Kids today don't know Conan. They don't even know what a damn barbarian is. We want a real book. He should have hit it and quit it. He hit it and quit it in every fucking comic book. He had so much poontang. Every fucking comic book he was getting laid by a different girl. And you don't see that on the movies. You don't ever see none of that on the movies. So that's what I want to see. I want to see that kind of stuff. Oh, man. Let's see here. What else do I have up here? Yeah. What are they ever going to use this motherfucker right here? Is Blade is cold again. Blade is so cold. Blade, if you want to buy a Blade book, I think it's time to buy your Blades. And I think it's time to go out and get you Morbius, too, because Morbius movies suck so bad, nobody wants a Morbius comic right now. I'm not into Morbius, but I am into Blade. So I think they need to, you know, if you like Blade, go out and get all the Tomb of Draculas you can get all the Blade shit you can get, because nobody's reading this shit. Nobody cares about Blade. Nobody cares about Morbius for sure. That was a horrible movie. But if you're like a fan, they're not going to be able to do a good Blade. Because what are they going to do? They're going to keep it all PG. That way, little JoJo and Sally can get into the movie, and they're 7 and 12, and they love Blade, and they're going to sell little plastic knives and all this bullshit. Make a damn Blade movie for me. I want it to be dark like the other ones. I want to see some damn vampires. I want to see some killing going on. I want to see a real Blade. And if you look, the real Blade, he had a Jerry curl. He had soul. That's what I want to see. I want to see a 70s looking Blade. I don't want to see no cool looking modern Blade. I want to see the damn Jerry curl. I want it all to come back. Conan, the Fabio comics. You're right. Yeah, Fabio wishes he was Conan. Conan is you can't destroy Conan. They changed the Conan book story after the movie came out because it was too violent for kids. What a bummer. I agree. If you go back and look at the magazine form, you know, they didn't have to obey by the comic book authority. So, you know, he killed a goose with his nose. So, I mean, how many people you know can do that shit? Dope's bat signal keeps going off. You hear that shit? That thing keeps going off. They need me at work because I'm the only intelligent person that works there. But I'm talking comics. I can't do everything. You know, they give me a fucking phone that I'm supposed to use for work, but I can't do it all. I've got stuff to do. I need my own time. I need a chill time. This is what's going on right now. Hopefully they don't see me live on here because they might not like that. But, you know, we're live. I'm hanging out with El Green Machine, you know. This is what we do. So, just got back from the comic store and I grabbed let's see, Adrian Spider-Man 9 pretty cheap. Finally completed my, good job, Cali Comics. Collect what you like what you collect. Don't let nobody tell you what not to collect. Don't let nobody tell you what to collect. I'm just showing y'all in here what I collect. And, you know, there's stuff out there that I like to find. And when they zig, I zag. I've always collected shit that nobody else wants, like Polka Dot Man and Human Flame. And right now, I've just went down this damn rabbit hole, y'all. I'm telling you, all I dream about is Atari Force. So there's 5 mini comics, Atari Force, and they're from 1982. I have 4 of them now, and I need number 5, and I'm going to be picking that up this week for underneath $5. I just got to find one. You can't find them nowhere, no stores. You got to get on eBay or my comic shop or some shit like that. But Atari Force is where it's at. That's what I want fucking James Gunn to make. Make Atari Force. Make all them idiots get destroyed. Put them on, put them in prison and let them get out and let the Atari Force get destroyed. I want to see the Atari Force. Put them on that damn show they're going to have out there and let them all get destroyed by them or by Peacemaker. But Atari Force, Polka Dot Man, I like all them C and D list celebrities. Look at there. I love Disney and comics. Well, I love you, Disney and comics. What is going on, brother? I talk to you about it every day. Glad you're on here. Let's see. Hey, Steve and FBS. You said, hey, Steve. Who's Steve? Is it my boy Steve Whiten? Did I miss him? Because I talk to him every day, too. I don't see no Steve Whiten. I don't think you're talking to Steve Whiten. Somebody else has got to be named Steve. K-pop's still on Conan. Conan can't be stopped. Conan's badass. I still like watching the Conan movies. All the way live, brother. That's what we're doing here. We're going live. Inferior 5, I feel you. Yeah, those Charlton books. Yeah, cool books for sure. Completing the Atari Force run. Yeah, 1 through 5 from 1982. I was 5 years old when they came out. After that, there's another series in 1985 that came out, but they're full-size comic books with the whole, the whole barcode and all that stuff. I like the mini ones. They're 5x8, and I think they came with some of the cartridges. So there's 1 through 5. I'm going to read them all. I'm going to just dive straight in. When I dive into something, I'm into it. I'm going to read it all. I'm going to know all of them's names. I'm going to study it from the beginning to the back. And we want some Atari Force. You can have your X-Men or your Alpha Force or Teen Titans. I do love, Suicide Squad, but let the Suicide Squad kill fucking Atari Force. I'd be happy with that. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, check them out, man. El Green Machine. Let me know what it's all about, brother. Yeah, man. I like all the geeky stuff. Stuff can't be too geeky for me. Let's see here. I don't even. Yeah, Atari. I got you. I knew where you was going, El Machine. I know where you was going with that old Green Machine. Glad all y'all came out. Like I said, I wasn't planning on coming here and staying long. I got 1 or 2 more books over here that are ice cold right now. I love picking up this shit because it's dirt cheap for the most part. Some of this stuff's expensive, but it's going to be, it's going to be cheaper now than it usually is. And this is a book that's expensive. I've had it a while. Let's see. This right here, it can't is the Turtles any? I mean, this shit's cold. I played with these as a kid in the 80s. Loved some nostalgia. But have anybody heard any movies coming out with the Turtles? Anybody heard anything coming out? Go buy all the Turtle shit up if you like Turtles, because this is right now when you'll get them. It's a deal going on. The Turtles ain't going nowhere. The shit's hot. It ain't never going nowhere. This property be around for a long time. And I have 1 through 25. I love the Mirage stuff because, there's people committing suicide. There's all kinds of crazy shit in these books. This is before Nintendo. This is before Nickelodeon got a hold of them and killed their ass because now they ain't worth a shit. And has there ever been a good turtle movie? Hell no, there ain't never been a good turtle movie. Every turtle movie looks stupid. I want a good turtle movie. I don't even like the turtles that much. It's just nostalgia shit. But I want a good turtle movie. I want to see a turtle movie. I want Bebop and Rocksteady to look actually halfway decent. I want Casey Jones to look halfway decent. And this is an 8.0. And it was signed. Yeah, right there. But I think most of the ones you do see are signed these days because this motherfucker signs everything. Everything. It's almost better to have one not signed because he signs everything. And he put this dumb little face on it. He signed my 1. He signed my 2. He signed my 3. He signed my first 3 or 4 of them. This is 8.0 second printing. And you need to get all this Ninja Turtle shit now. The Mirage stuff is really cool. And let's see. Which gun would come out in Challengers at the first and next? Yeah, I like Challengers. I want to see a Lobo. Why can't gun do a Lobo? We don't need no lanterns. Bring me Lobo. I love Turtles, the cartoon. Yeah. I love Turtles, Nintendo video game. I used to swim around and watch them electric little fields go around doing all that crap. Ah, man. I'm just jumping all over the place. Yeah. First two are classics. They were classics, but man, they don't look good. If you go back and watch them, they looked a lot better back in the day. My favorite's number 10. I love this cover. 10, I like Shredder. All the newer stuff where Shredder goes to hell could have been a lot better. Could have been a lot more morbid. I like 10. This is my favorite cover. It's also got the cool little fold-out poster in the middle of the little insert. That's a cool book. And I've got a couple of 7s. This 7's different than most. Everybody likes this one. I've got 2 number 7s, and they're totally different. I think this one's a little rarer. So, cool looking art on this one. For sure. Yeah, we got the Ninja out. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go. Can't beat that. But I'd like to see a better Ninja Turtle movie, but we're never going to get it because Ninja Turtles are for kids now because Nickelodeon owns them. First turtle book in the original was yelling at me because of the crease in the spine. I opened the book and read it. We were teenagers. Yeah, man. Good stuff, especially the Mirage stuff. Like I said, it was made in a garage, and it's got some brutal stuff on there. I watch Home Alone every year. You watch Home Alone every year? My son watches Home Alone. He watches Elf every year at Christmas, and he watches the movie where the dude shoots his damn eyeball out with a BB gun every year. I don't watch none of that. Movies I watch every year, I watch the Mayhem documentary movie 2 or 3 times a year. Mayhem is a black metal band. I watch that 2 or 3 times a year. I try to watch Creepshow 2 at least once a year. I love The Raft. I love to watch any Twilight Zone OTV black and white shows. I like to watch Tales from the Crypts. I love to watch what do I like to watch? I like everything I watch is pretty much reruns. I like to watch Tales from the Dark Side. I like to watch new horror movies. The only thing new I even liked last year is I like the Netflix Chainsaw Massacre. And that ain't really a horror movie, but I like Predator Prey. I didn't like I watched all the Halloween movies. The last Halloween movie was a joke. I didn't like that at all. El Green Machine watches Die Hard every year. I mean, some people say that's a Christmas movie. So, here's another Die Hard and Gremlins every year at Christmas Eve. Every year at Christmas time on Christmas Day, I do go eat Chinese. We got a Chinese buffet here in town that sucks real bad, but it's the only thing open on Chinese Day on Christmas Day. So, I will go eat Chinese. And I will usually try to go watch a movie on Christmas Day. So, yeah, Gremlins is good. I do like Gremlins. I like RoboCop. Ain't nothing wrong. My favorite is probably Predator. All the Predator movies. I like Predator. I like Predators. I like Predator Prey. I like everything. Yeah, Jimmy G. That is right. Halloween Ends sucked big time. That was a love story. How in the hell is this? Michael Myers is just hiding in a sewer hole for like 10 years. And then a normal teenager that gets beat up by some nerds from the band in high school runs into the hole and beats up Michael Myers and takes his mask. I mean, how can he beat up Michael Myers, but he can't even beat up people that's in the high school band? I mean, them fucking high school band must be tough. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like it at all. Terminator, good one. I do like Terminator. I like Terminator. I like Terminator 2. Terminator 2 is one of the only movies I've seen that's actually part 2 is about as good as part 1. Yeah. Dude Bro Party Massacre about 8 times. I don't know about Dude Bro Party Massacre, but I have watched lately Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is like a movie about a turkey that goes around killing people at Thanksgiving time. I watched Thanksgiving, and I watched Sharks in the Field. That was pretty bad. And, of course, the Sharknado movies. And I have watched Slumber Party Massacre. Slumber Party Massacre is a great movie from my childhood. Yeah, T2 scared the shit out of me. Yep, yep. Uh, damn, 8 times, 8 times. Yeah, good grief. Uh, Band nerd bullies. Yeah, dude, they're tough. If you watch Halloween, you saw them. They beat the shit out of him, and then he ran in that hole and beat up. How in the hell does he beat up Michael Myers? I don't get it. I love also like Sweet 16 movies. Like I like 16 Candles. I like Pretty in Pink. I love Breakfast Club. I love all that shit. I love the first um, Back to the Future. Fatal Attraction gave me nightmares when I was like 3. Hmm. Yeah, Pumpkinhead is awesome. I do like Pumpkinhead. Uh, I don't know. I liked Ernest Goes to Camp. The camp was right here close to my house in a town called Dixon, Tennessee. And that camp you can still go to, and some of the guys I went to school with is in the backgrounds on a lot of little clips and shit. What is up, Steve White? I just talked to you about an hour ago. Yeah, man. Yeah, you made it, brother. I'm glad to see you on here. I told you I was gonna go live in about an hour. Glad to see you on here. Uh, I'm glad you're not asleep because you're usually asleep by like 7 o'clock. Steve, sweet Steve White. He's my dog. My mom and one I liked the Christmas movie was My House. I put Silent Night. Yeah, that movie right there. It just came out not too long ago. I did watch it in the theaters. It was all right. Uh, Ernest Goes to Jail. I've never seen that one, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah. What is up, Stevie White? The show can begin now that you're here, Stevie. We're talking about code comics that I like to buy that you can get for nothing right now because nobody cares about them. You know, they don't know how to use Hulk right. When's the last time you ever seen a good, credible Hulk movie? You ain't. They ain't never been one. They need to just sell that to somebody to make a good, credible Hulk movie. Uh, when's the last time you seen a good Ninja Turtle movie? There ain't one. When's the last time you even heard of them making a Ninja Turtle movie? I mean, now's the time to buy your Ninja Turtle shit. I'm a cheapskate. I like to buy shit when nobody's really talking about it. Oh man. Hey, I gotta get up at 4 a.m. too, Stevie White. So I know I feel you. Uh, I work 4 a.m. Monday through Thursday, and then I'm off Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays as long as nobody don't call in. So, mate, what is going on, Ty Locks? We're talking comics that nobody really cares about right now, like Ninja Turtles, Conan, Morbius. You can get Morbius dirt cheap right now. And I know you're a Spider-Man fan. And if you like Morbius, now's the time to get Morbius. Really, if you think about it, Punisher, what they gonna do with Punisher? I haven't liked Punisher. I'm gonna say some stuff. I'm gonna get on my big soapbox again. Y'all gonna get mad. I was one of the biggest Punisher collectors there was. I've got every Punisher from the first series, which is only 5 books. I got every Punisher from the second volume, which is 104 books. I got every Punisher from the third series, which is 80 books. I got all the volumes. I got every Punisher Max ever made. Uh, I gave Lady Fantastic a bunch of my duplicates. She got at least a short box of Punisher from me. But I got every Punisher ever made. Love the Punisher. And then they want to go out and change his symbol and get all woke or whatever. And I just can't get into it. I haven't bought a Punisher since he wears the new symbol. So, bah humbug. I'm an old pissy man that don't care about the new Punisher. If it ain't the old Frank Castle, with the skull on his chest, I don't care about it. So there's For Pete's Sake. What is going on, For Pete's Sake? Glad you could come on here. I had to hang up my damn machine that makes all my noises because people from damn work was ringing me in, and I ain't going to work. Hey, Lady Fantastic, says Steve Whiten. Steve Whiten's the man. I do have a couple of Punisher magazines. I got number 1, I know, and I've had all of them. I like the Punisher stuff, and even Punisher. That was in magazine form to keep you from having to obey the comic book authority. So I like my Punisher stuff. I like the Punisher Marvel Max, especially. Uh, well, I like all of it actually, but there's different segments in there I really like. Uh, there's 80 of those, and then there's 22 run at the end where they did another Marvel Max series, and I like the 22 at the end. So good stuff. It tells the origin of Kingpin. I'm a big Kingpin fan. So yeah, it's the Jason Aaron run, the last 22. And Jason Aaron did a great job with that. They got me hooked on it. So big into that. So Punisher, cold right now. Get it while you can get it. Daredevil, still kind of cold. Really all Marvel, if you think about it. What Marvel's coming out? I haven't heard anything from Marvel coming out. You know, it's usually not DC that's the hot one. Right now, DC's the hot one. I don't know any good Marvel coming out, to be honest with you. So Marvel wants to do something, they'll come out with a fucking Man Thing and make me happy. You know, make a dark Man Thing. Shit. Man Thing got a little heat on him not too long ago because of the Marvel show, but make a damn Man Thing movie. I'd like to see a Man Thing movie. Make him just kill a bunch of construction workers and people that's trying to build an interstate through the swampland. And he just attacks people on road graders and rips heads off and just beats the fuck out of people. That's what I want to see. Oh man, give me Man Thing. Hell, have something that have Man Thing killing people down in the fucking, Everglades of Florida. Punisher hears about it and he goes down there hunting Man Thing, and thinks it's, kind of sounds like Predator because he thinks it's like somebody and then he finds out it's actual fucking, Man Thing. Man Thing just beats the shit and kills. Punisher be fine with me. So that's what I'd like to see. Oh, me. Yeah, I haven't read any of them by Man Cave. Yeah. Hey, if you're into it, you're into it, man. You might have a little secret there. I like knowing about things that nobody else knows about and trying to read stuff. Like if you're into this Nottingham stuff, there's stuff I'm into that I know nobody's into. I love Danger Street. Danger Street is amazing. Danger Street is my favorite read every month. Love Tom King's Danger Street. And it's some dorky ass shit. It's all the first issue specials, 1 through 12 from the 70s, from 1975. And they combined them all in one world. And Danger Street is the shit. I love some Danger Street. Man Thing would probably be a movie about crack dealers cooking crack in the swamp and killing the swamp. The big old cartel kind of stuff. Yeah, I'd love to see that. Put some damn crack dealers out there or do some moonshiners. Have some people making moonshine in the swamp and have fucking Man Thing just ripping off heads and killing people. Just destroying everybody. I'd be happy with that. Oh, me. Get to the swamp. Get to the swamp. What is going on, Tylox? I watched your video you came out with about your records, and I have to agree the second part of your record collection is better than your first because it's all black metal and stuff I like. I grew up like you did, I guess, or whatever you're listening to now, but I grew up with the ZZ Tops. My parents listened to ZZ Top and Foreigner and Bob Seger and all that kind of stuff. But, the stuff you showed yesterday was a lot better. Love all that stuff. Black metal records. I mean, the artwork's amazing. So, I can see why people want to collect black metal records artwork just like they do comic book covers. So, Jimmy G. Only time I ever see Jimmy G is on Brian's show. I am so glad you're here, Jimmy G. I always got to watch Brian's show because he's always got the little women dancing at the first of it. And he always says they're Jimmy G's girls. So I'm waiting on him to say, maybe they're Dope's girls, but he don't ever say that. Yeah. Not the Moonshine. I like the Moonshiner show too. I like Popcorn Sutton. A lot of that is real close to me up here in the Appalachian, up here in the mountains. And, I'm probably 4 hours away from the mountains through there, Gatlinburg and North Carolina and all that. And there is always, weird smells and stuff going on up there. And everybody's like, yeah, that's somebody making moonshine. Yeah. Yep. And Cole's Comic and Claims is here. Cole's a good guy. I like I like him. He's got a real soft voice and he talks like this. I like Cole. Come back anytime you want, Cole. I'm glad you're on the show. I think there's going to be doing something with Man Thing. Yeah, I think they will too. I think the Man Thing show they did, the little one-off was really, I got some people excited. I like Man Thing better than I do Swamp Thing. Of course, Swamp Thing's got it's the only Marvel I like better than DC, but Swamp Thing's got it's got the Bernie Wrightson covers and probably better art. But I love the Man Thing stories. They keep it simple. You don't have to know about the green. And, I hear people now come in stores and they want all the Swamp Thing shit because they're making the new James Gunn movies and they're really thinking through it. And they're like, I also need to get Constantine and I also need to get, Poison Ivy. Who gives a damn about all that? Half them stuff after they show it, it ain't worth nothing. What's the damn Boys worth these days after they came out with their movie? Nobody cares about the Boys or Why the Last Man or, none of that's really keeping a value. The only thing I know keep a value really was Walking Dead. Yeah, make some more, man. Show them guitar, show them metal albums. I like watching your show when you come on. If you're not subscribed to Tyler, subscribe to Tyler. He's always got people on there collecting, and you get to hear musicians that always come on there, and they show other stuff they're collecting. And I'm passionate about anything anybody's collecting. Like I told you before, they could collect fucking Beanie Babies or fucking ashtrays, and if they're excited about it and passionate about it, I'll listen to them all night. So, the Man Thing movie sucked. I was pissed. You didn't like that, Jimmy G? You should have known they wasn't going to do it right. They ain't going to do nothing right. They're trying to make it for all ages. That way they can make the most money. I'll take a Toxic Avenger movie. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, they need to do something with it, for Pete's sake. We need some cool new horror movies. I agree. I'm not into a lot of the new horror movies. I'm still digging. I mean, there is in 2023, there is a new Crystal Lake coming out, which I don't know if it's going to be called Camp Crystal Lake or if it's just going to be called Friday 13th, blah, blah, blah. But they're redoing the whole thing. And it's supposed to start after the first actual Friday 13th. So it take place right for number 2. So Jason's still wearing the sack over his head. And I believe Mama's still alive. So in this movie, or it's flashbacks or something, but it looks like a pretty good preview. If you ain't saw the new 2023 Friday 13th preview, go check it out on YouTube. I know it's on there. First Swamp Thing was great, but let's straight as spank. I know about the Spank Bank, brother. I know what you're saying there. Saga 1 keeps value for the most part. You're right, man. Saga. I know about the Saga. Everybody, Saga fans are weird fans, man. They hung with them even through the long off time, and people who love Saga are really fanatics about some Saga. Let's see. Silver Coin would make a great Netflix show. Now you're talking my stuff, Steve. Silver Coin is always the best stuff I read. Danger Street's the best story I'm reading right now, but the best anthology for the last 2 or 3 years, it's got to be Silver Coin. I love Creep Show. I love Shock Shop. I love all the, Hotel. I love all the anthologies, but nothing competes with Silver Coin. Silver Coin is the greatest shit. And if it quit right now, it's 15 issues, I'd be happy. I love all the twisted tales and stuff like that. And this is up there with the classics of all time. Silver Coin is the best. And if you ain't read Silver Coin, I'd advise you to go out and get number 2, which is like a camp slasher one. I advise you to get number 3, which I really loved. It was when they broke into that house and stole that guy all his money and they got that coin in, with trouble. I love number 5. It's the darkest, most morbid story of all. And I love the one that just came out this year about the cafe where that dude was feeding people. So if you're into feeding people, you need to watch that. Silver Coin is the best, brother. Love some Silver Coin. There was an opening nude sex scene in that movie. And Jimmy G knows. If it's got sex in it, Jimmy G's going to know. Black Phone was a solid horror movie. Black Phone kind of scared me. If you got kids and you see all this fucking kidnapping and shit going on, I used to love Silence of the Lambs. And now I've got a teenage daughter and I'm like, I don't like this movie. That could be my teenage daughter in that fucking hole. But yeah, it's weird. You turn into a dad and you start liking different shit. Ice Cream Man, Ben City of Compton, Ice Cream Man. I read the first 25. I love number 2, the heroin kids that are all strung out. And I love the issue called How to Be a Ghost. I think it was number 19, but it might be 21. And it's about a guy that he's a kid and he grows up wanting to be a ghost and he's wanting to be invisible. And he walks around with a sheet on himself. And then when he gets older, he just works for a living and his boss don't even see him, don't appreciate him at all. And he goes home and his wife is fucking the aerobics instructor and just wants money. And his kids just want money from him. And he's invisible and nobody loves the dad. And he just goes and jumps off a bridge. That's my review of How to Be a Ghost. And he was a ghost at the end. He got exactly what he wanted. Nobody showed him any attention and nobody knew he existed. They just wanted his money. So, that is How to Be a Ghost. That's the only 2 issues I really like, though. All the Cosmopolitan, Neapolitan, read the book backwards, word puzzle book. It's all kind of gimmicky. So I didn't like any of those. But I do appreciate Ice Cream Man. And I did like Haha. Okay. Haha number 2 was the best one of the 5 of that series. From the single mom standpoint, I really like that story. Yeah. How to Be a Ghost is one of my favorite covers. How to Be a Ghost is the best, man. If you ain't got How to Be a Ghost, by Ice Cream Man, I think it's the greatest story ever told by the Ice Cream Man. So, the LCS is going to get them signed for me. Yeah. But I think I have showed all the books. Don't forget, next Sunday when we usually do our, whatever the fuck we're calling the show, Dope Show Live. We ain't going to do it this week because it comes on at 7 o'clock on Sundays. And this Sunday is the Super Bowl. But the Sunday after that, we will be back with Bleecker Street Comics. He's going to be on the show. And, after that, I might start doing some live mic nights and just having 4, 5, 6 people on here. So we will do what we can do with what we got, and we will keep it punk rock. And until the next time, I think I'm going to get off here. And y'all have a great night. Thankful for all of you. I'm glad y'all turned out to watch the show. I hope you saw some books, started using your brain and thinking about, hey, what is there that I collect that is cold right now? Another thing I'm getting right now, besides the Atari mini comics 1 through 5 from 1982 that I love, another rabbit hole I've went down is I've got one more issue of the Alfred Hitchcock's Innovation Psycho books. I need number 3, and I will be picking it up soon, and I will be done with my Psycho run, and I will be done with my mini Atari Force. And like I said, y'all guys keep on rocking, keep crackling, and I will see you again next time beneath a blackened sky.